Hello everyone, my name is Rachel.
And I'm Matt Cavallo. On this podcast, we showcase comp professors and we talk about what we like about them and what we don't like about them. We go through all the categories, just like Rate My Professor, and put it into a podcast. We talk about things like, are they a tough grader? Does participation matter? Are they heavy on lectures, group projects, etc.? And we even bring in some guests. And they will be coming in the future.
Yes, so last episode we did say that we were going to have a super special guest for our second episode. However, things happen, things change.
Yeah, this guest, they're like harder to book. I think it would be easier to book President Biden.
I agree.
I think we would have had President Biden in here already interviewed and done before this guest. She's extremely hard to book. She's a very busy lady. Should we tell them who it is, or should we?
No, we're going to keep that. We're going to keep you guys in the dark for that, because what a lady. So, to kick off this episode, we'll do a quick introduction of who we're talking about. So, we're talking about 6 people, 6 professors from the comm department, because we're very limited with episodes. We have to merge some people together, and we both thought that we could take professors that I've had that Matt hasn't, or vice versa, and even talk about a professor that we both haven't had, but Matt has had contact with. So, I guess the first person that we can talk about is Bevin, which is Zoo's song.
Yes, I have not had Bevin.
And this is my second time taking Bevin, actually.
Okay.
I took him in the fall last semester for my comm senior sem in PR and advertising, and I have him again this semester for my quantitative methods in PR research.
Okay, so you want to tell me a little bit about your experience in that class?
Yeah, so before we do that, let me say that on Rate My Professor, Bevin has a 4.1 out of 5 with a 79% would take again and a 2.8 level of difficulty. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get Rate My Professor pulled up right now and my computer is not cooperating.
So, fair warning to everyone who comes to Stockton. We are in the middle of the Pine Barrens.
Yeah, so service isn't great.
Yeah, it's a little spotty every now and then.
My entire computer is currently frozen right now.
Do you want me to pull it up on my laptop?
I think that would be best, yeah.
Okay. Just
talk about what class is like. What was your experience, Rachel?
Honestly, I love him. He is probably I would probably put him up there. Probably top 5 for best comm professors. Because we both know who 1 and 2 go to.
Yes.
But I would definitely put him in top 5. He, when you can tell someone's passionate about something?
Yeah.
In just the way that they talk, he is very passionate in PR. And I love sitting through his class. He's very respectful. He also understands that he does have an accent. So when he talks, he's like, do you understand? Like, are you getting it? And he's very easy to talk to.
Nice.
Like, I remember about a month ago, he marked me absent. And I was like, sir, I was here. And he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Rachel. I must have just gotten you confused with the girl who sits next to you or another Rachel in the class. And he was very nice about it.
Good.
It was really no bigs. And then he fixed it by the end of the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always love when a professor is flexible and actually, shows remorse.
Yeah, especially someone who's easy to talk to and can also say when they're in the wrong, I guess, in this situation.
No, because I feel like you have professors sometimes where you literally just go in, sit through your hour and 10 minutes and then just leave. And you probably think, oh, this professor probably has no idea even what my name is.
Yeah.
So because I've had professors like that before. I've literally never said a word to them.
Yeah.
I just go in, they lecture, and I leave. So it's nice to have a rapport like that.
Yeah, he's super sweet. It's the reason why I was taking this class again. It's because if I'm being honest, we don't really do much.
Oh.
All the tests or quizzes are all online. The homework is all in the lecture notes. So.
Did you ever have a class that felt like it could have been an email?
Ugh, yeah, it's called Podcasting with Chad Roberts, actually.
I didn't mean that. I just meant a class with Bevin. I meant a class with Bevin, not a class with Chad. That is a callback to our previous episode with Dr. Chad Roberts. He had a bit of a discrepancy with that, saying his class could be an email, and we took it back, I think, too. And I think it's I think we're bringing that back up now. So I don't know if Chad's gonna be happy about that.
My apologies.
Sorry, Chad. We love you.
With Bevin, no. I'm gonna say no because attendance does matter for his class. Like, you need to show up.
Yeah.
But you can go on your laptop and your phone the whole time and maybe say one thing a week.
Oh,
and
I like that.
Like, that's even pushing it. Like, you might not even have to say anything. So it's a pretty, in all honesty, so the math class that I'm in, the quantitative methods of PR, it's a Q2.
God.
There's no math.
There's
no math. No math.
What do you do then?
That is a great question. Basically, it's just on Blackboard, and it's just like multiple choice. Like, what is this?
Really?
Or like, look at the chart and tell me what this alpha is or something.
And that's literally all you do?
That's all we do.
Wow.
And I think we just moved on to hypothesis, it's statistics, but it's simple statistics with no math.
It's bold of you to take a class like that right before graduating. I would be too afraid to do that.
It's because Bevin said that there was no math in it last semester, which is why I'm taking it.
Okay.
Because I just needed another comm class to fill my requirements.
Okay.
Because I already have my Q courses, and I just needed one to fill in for comm. And Bevin was talking about it. It fit into my schedule, and I was like,
nice.
Why not?
Okay, so my computer is restarted and rebooted and did not crash again. So I'm on Rate My Professor now. Do you want to talk about some of the reviews?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want me to read the first one?
Go for it.
All right, so this one is from December 9th, 2022. It is Gen 2343. Is that the class you had with him?
I have no idea. I don't think so, only because my first one was a senior sem.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this person said the attendance was mandatory. They would take again. Their grade was an A-, and you did need a textbook for this class. And they wrote in their comments, they said, very nice teacher, and most of the work is online. His class was very interesting, and he includes subjects from the present into his lecture sometimes. He'll ask you if you understand him because he thinks his English is not the best. That's kind of like what Rachel said there. But it is fine, and he is very understandable.
Yeah, so I completely agree with everything that this person said, except for the textbook part. At least for my methods class, we don't need a textbook at all. The senior sem, we were supposed to. I never bought it. But the girl next to me did.
Oh.
So.
Made friends with her.
Yeah, of course. Got her login and everything.
How did you do that?
Because I'm the best person ever, Matt.
Oh, yes. I forget that sometimes.
Yeah, don't forget it ever again.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay, so let's see. This one is from May 5th, 2022. Attendance mandatory, would take again. Their grade was a B-. They said yes to a textbook. This class is just lectures with a quiz and a small assignment following class time. It's easy to understand with the posted lectures. His intentions truly reflect the ideology that the student controls his or her education, whether by asking how the student wants to be graded on an assignment or if they want to have class on a certain day. He is very flexible, and he does a lot of stuff for his students. He asked, so it was in the fall for the senior sem, if we wanted to have class the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And everyone was like... Did
anybody say yes?
No, everyone said no. Because we also had a very good rapport with people in the class. Like, everyone talked to each other. There's a lot of group assignments. Yeah. But it was in-class group assignments. So once you were done with class, a homework would be posted that Wednesday night, and you would have Sunday to do it, which I think is beautiful.
Nice.
But he's a great professor.
Nice. So are we ready to move on to our next professor?
Yeah.
And that is Mr. Jeremy Newman. He is a communications studies professor. He is more on the production track, so he works below the library. He works in the TV studio. He teaches. I think he teaches a lot of him and Joel Ludovich teach a lot of the production classes. Great professor. I had him in the fall of 2022 for video production. Learned a lot. He's a great guy, and he has a very great Rate My Professor review as well. I think. Have we seen the Comp Professor with a review below like 4? I don't think we have. But besides maybe like a few.
Suya Yin. She has a 3.
Okay. But I think the majority of them have a 4. He has a 4.3 out of 5, and he doesn't even have an awful review. He only has 1 okay and 3 good, but not 1 awful review. So
he's a great guy.
We love Jeremy Newman here at the Rate My Professor podcast.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the class that you had with him a little bit?
Yeah, so we had, I believe it was 3 projects. I think we had to do a silent film, a PSA, PSA was for TV production. We did a silent film, a regular short film, and I think maybe a documentary. God, I can't remember. It was like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. But great guy, easy grader. He gives you a lot of time between projects to work on it. And he's very flexible, like if you need an extension, because I think with the kid I was working with, he had something going on and wasn't able to like meet up to film one day, so he gave us a little bit of an extension on that. So he's very flexible, easy to talk to, hilarious.
Oh my God.
So funny.
He has like the dry sense of humor that I love.
Yes.
So you can't tell. I mean, yes you can, but if you don't have like social awareness.
I feel like there's some people, like I know some people that have a dry sense of humor that come off like an asshole, right?
Thank you.
Sorry, Chad. No, I'm not meaning you. Sorry for cursing, Chad. But they come off like that.
Yeah.
But he has a dry sense of humor, and he's joking, and he's just such a great guy.
Yeah. So Newman's my preceptor.
Oh, okay.
And I'm actually taking his media aesthetics class.
I think Bree took that class last semester.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
What do you do in that class?
We have a bunch of different projects. So one of them was look at this, what is it called?
Comic strip.
Okay.
There we go.
Wow, 2 comm majors who can't say comic strip. So basically for one assignment, it was a comic strip of 6 images. And we had to make up a story about what was happening within those comic strips. Okay. And then for homework, we had to make our own comic strip. We had to, in a group project, we took pictures in a group of different camera angles and different framing. And then our most recent assignment that I still have to finish, that is due on Friday, is we have to take 17 pictures from our phone and make a story. So I'm assuming that he said to take new pictures because I don't have anything story-wise on my phone. And I did my story about a lighter that turns into a mini travel-sized mascara and tries to burn everyone's eyelashes off.
Really?
Yeah. Don't ask me how I came up with it. Yeah, no idea.
Say, were there other substances in play when you came up with that at that time?
Actually, no, there wasn't. Oh. I woke up in like a cold sweat yesterday trying to think about what I was doing for this homework because he assigned it like 2 weeks ago.
In a cold sweat.
And I was like shaking and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like I need to figure something out. And I was looking around my room. And I was like, the only thing in here is not school appropriate. And then I saw my lighter next to my old mascara tube, and I was like, they're the same color. I can do this.
There you go. Very resourceful you are.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, so should we jump into some of Newman's Rate My Professor reviews?
Yes, sorry, got a little off track there.
No, we love getting off track. It's okay. So I'll read the first one. It's from May 14th, 2023. The attendance was mandatory. They would take again. Their grade was an A+, and no textbook. Can confirm all of those. Okay, so this review states, kind of a strange man, but a good guy. He's a strange fellow, that Jerry Newman.
Yeah.
Newman has seriously upped his game over the past few years. I had him as a sophomore, and by the time I was a senior, he readjusted his courses and made really good changes. His class is very flexible and leaves a lot of room for creativity and fun. Super easy and very fun. Make friends right away, and because there is group stuff. Can confirm all that. But I mean, he does create. I feel like all the professors, most of the comm professors that I have, could create like this community in their class. Like you really get to know the person sitting next to you because they force you to talk, and that's a really good thing because like I said, in this class you're going out, you're shooting silent films, short films, etc. So you definitely need to make sure you have a solid partner for that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even just like what you said, the comm department as a whole, it's connections, it's networking within your classroom, and to have professors who want you to talk to other people and get to know the person next to you, to do a project with them, whether they're older than you, younger than you, completely different, and you guys just get together and create something special. Yeah,
because I feel like very few comm professors just like read off a PowerPoint.
Yes.
All day.
We'll talk about that.
I can name like 2 right now, but
we'll talk about that in a later episode.
Stay tuned. So do you want to read the next Rate My Professor review?
Yeah, so this one is attendance is mandatory, would take again. Their grade was an A, and there's no textbook. This is from January 19th, 2023. Loved Newman's class. Great guy who really cares and wants you to succeed. Always responded quickly to emails and very flexible when it came to the work. Definitely take him.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so since we both had Newman, we didn't both have Bevin. Should we do our own reviews now for him?
For Bevin?
Or no, for Newman.
Oh, yeah, for Newman.
Since we both had Newman, we could both give our takes. So, a 1 out of 5. I think I would give Newman a 5. Would you give Newman a 5?
Honestly, yeah.
He's a 5. And difficulty, I would say maybe a 2 because you have to learn the editing tools and stuff like that.
I would give it probably a 2.5.
Yeah.
Only because he does let you into the class without having to take a prerequisite sometimes. Yep. So it could be a little tricky to just like knowing the words and what he's actually talking about sometimes. And then you actually have to do the projects. It's very hands-on.
Yes.
So 2.5.
No textbook for me, no textbook for you?
Nope.
Attendance mandatory.
Yes.
All right, so let's give 3 to 5 of the tags, and I'll read the tags just so everybody knows. They're tough grader, get ready to read, participation matters, group projects, amazing lectures, clear grading criteria, gives good feedback, lots of homework, hilarious, beware of pop quizzes, so many papers, caring, respected, lecture heavy, and test heavy. All right, Rachel, you want to go first with your 3 tags?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to say group projects, as we've been saying. I want to say participation matters, but if you're one of those people who don't really talk but you get your work done,
he won't call you out.
You're fine. Yeah. And then I would probably say hilarious and respected.
All right, so my 3 tags are group projects, gives good feedback. He does because I had him for video production, so we actually watch the videos in class once they're all done. So you get feedback from him, from your peers, and hilarious, great guy, very funny. Yeah. All right, so who are we moving on to now? We are gonna move on to Diane D'Amico. Did you ever have her? No, but I've interacted with her before. What did you think, if you remember? Well, she when I met her, she called me out for dropping her class. So. Oh, that was my babe. Yeah, that was your fault. That was your fault. I forgot about that. So should I tell the story? Yeah, go for it. So never you're going to have to if you're a comm student, but the labs.
So should we explain what the labs are first for those who don't know? It's
basically getting Atlantic City shoved down your throat for 2 hours, six times a semester. That's what it is. They're pushing Atlantic City on us, and I'm so tired of it. That's basically what the labs are. But if you want to give a more detailed description,
okay,
I could help you.
So we both feel very passionate about the Krill Labs.
Yes.
So for those who don't know, it's the Communicating and Reporting Innovation Lab, I believe.
Never knew that.
And
sorry, Toby.
It's attached to at least half of the comm classes.
At least.
Because
and
the goal...
it's connected with Stories of Atlantic City.
Yes. The goal that Erin did say was that she wants people to take at least 4 in their whole year. So it's about once a year, and that is absolutely disgusting.
Once a year for some people, 3 semesters in a row for me.
I think me too.
Oh my God.
And it's just a lot of it, because they're supposed to go hand in hand with your class, which does help in a sense. However...
But it's basically a second class with the second workload.
With 1 credit.
Yeah, with 1 credit.
And it's honestly...
And if you're taking 4 classes, it's like you're taking 5.
Because then you have to go to Atlantic City, you have to find a time to fit it into your schedule.
Yep.
And I will say that Erin is very lenient most of the time when it comes to these labs. But you still need to show up. And it was too much work for 1 credit. And we can talk about this for the rest of the pod. Yeah. So I think we should... ended there that we have mixed emotions about the Krill.
Yeah. So that tangent went into D'Amico because I was supposed to take journalistic writing with her in this semester, this spring, and once it became apparent to me that there was a lab, I went to Christina Morris, my lovely preceptor, and said, "Get me out of this class immediately."
Queen.
So... And I'm in podcasting now, so this podcast would not be happening. You would not be graced with this podcast if I was still in journalistic writing taking that lab, because I was able to get in contact with Chad. He accepted me into this class. Morris took care of all that, and then I ran into D'Amico. I think I was at one of Toby's events. And
probably.
She's like, "You're the one who dropped my class, aren't you?" Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I've never even met you before.
Yeah, so for context. Yeah, we'll go with context. For context.
There we go.
For my final project for Diane's class, I wrote about the Krill Lab, the Krill, and it turned into a whole half-hour-long tangent of everyone in the classroom just talking about how much they basically hate it. And then I may or may not have mentioned that my friend, Matt Cavallo, has dropped one of his classes to not have to take the Krill this semester, and then come to find out that he dropped Diane's class.
The class she was in, talking about the Krill Labs. And what was her reaction to that?
I mean... She was taking notes, and she said that she was going to bring it up at, like, the next meeting that they had, saying how it's just a lot for students, because comm is fairly easy.
Oh, yeah.
So to ask seniors especially to give up their work life, their social life, basically everything for a 1 credit class to drive... Yeah, for a 1 credit class, and then to wrap it all up at Community Day.
We'll get into Community Day more. It's actually coming up if you're interested in going. You could tell us how it was.
Matt, we need to go.
Should we do a live podcast from Community Day?
You know what? Toby actually sent me an email.
No, she didn't.
Asking me to cover Community Day. But unfortunately, I cannot make it. It is a Monday, 10 to 3.
No, it's not. It's a Saturday.
Are you sure?
It was a Saturday last year. Let me look it up.
Oh, because I got an email saying that she needed me for something, unless it was like to prep for Community Day.
That's probably what it was.
But I cannot make it.
It's Saturday. It's a Saturday, April 27th.
April 27th.
From 8:30 to 3.
I'll be here.
So
I'm not going home that weekend.
So should we do a live podcast from Community Day?
I think we should join Community Day and make sure that Toby gets us an extra meal ticket.
Yes. Maybe Sam Driscoll's is still left over from last year.
They actually bought the food, right?
Who?
Sam Driscoll?
Yeah, he paid like $15 for the food.
Yeah. We got a free food voucher. We're getting off topic, but Community Day, we'll talk about that when we have our super special secret guest.
Yes. All right, so do you want to take us into our final topics here?
Yeah, so just super quickly, Diane has a 4 out of 5 on Rate My Professor. She has a 50% would take again, 2.5 level of difficulty, which I think is pretty valid. I would probably bump that up to 3 personally, only because there was a lot that we needed to do for her class. I had Diane for reporting and interviewing, and if I'm going to be honest, that class made me realize that I hate journalism. And what I didn't mention about Bevin made me love PR. Oh. So, kind of a win-win situation here, I guess.
Yeah.
Like PEMDAS, everything just canceled out.
Nice.
Well, the first comment for Rate My Professor for Diane is that it's heavy lectures. Like, she's a yapper. Certified yapper number 1. Yapper. She yaps and yaps and yaps. And I would say that it's interesting. However, if you have a long day, the last thing you want to do is sit in her class, but you can be on your phone. You can look at your laptop. Just like look up every now and then to make sure
you're alive.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I can read the next review if you want.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so this is from a little bit back, from about 3 years. It's March 22nd, 2021. Almost 3 years to the day, actually. It is It says, I like Diane. She was very interesting and I really liked her class. You have weekly discussion questions, an occasional quiz, and some papers. Easy peasy, quote unquote. She isn't a super easy grader, but I like her all right.
Oh, so this just reminded me of something. I forgot that you don't have her.
Yes.
We didn't have any quizzes, I don't think. We didn't have any quizzes.
I mean, this interview was from 2021. So.
Yeah. We did have it was very paper heavy.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. It's a journalism class.
Yeah.
She's not too easy for grading. However, she does allow rewrites the whole semester.
Okay.
So if you get, let's just say, even if you get like an 80, you can rewrite it and you'll get close to like a 95.
Yeah.
If you just listen to what she says that you need to fix, do exactly that, your grade is going right back up.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, I've never had her before, but I've heard good things from you. And she even used to be a reporter for the Press of Atlantic City, and because I work there now, so I heard about that. So all good things from D'Amico.
Froonjian.
No, but he's on the Argo board of directors, so I work with him a lot.
King. I took journalistic writing with him.
Okay.
So great, such a fun class. He did retire though.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, if you're listening to this, you can't take him, but so great, so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a class with John Froonjian, but because I have so much free time, I'm the editor-in-chief of the Argo, and he's on the Argo board of directors, so I work very closely with him. He's a great guy, always there if you need to talk, always there if you have any questions regarding, journalistic integrity, along all those lines. I just saw him like a couple weeks ago. Me and Liz Myers, the former editor-in-chief of the Argo, we went to his little retirement party they had for him here on campus, got to say goodbye to him. Very nice guy, and I mean, he was also a reporter for the Press of Atlantic City, I think for 33 years. So he definitely had a very good career in journalism, well-respected in that field, well-respected as a professor here. He's very involved in the Hughes Center.
Yes.
So very, all-around, very respected guy, very great guy. I'm definitely glad I got to meet him and work with him.
So then we talked a little bit about Vanessa Graber.
Yes.
I had her for Principles of Journalism. It was an 8:30.
Oof, Principles at 8:30.
Yeah.
I could not imagine, because I had Principles with Erin. It was at 6 o'clock at night, so that was amazing.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't think I could deal with Erin at 8:30 in the morning.
I don't think Erin could deal with Erin at 8:30 in the morning.
Graber, she was great. The only thing I could complain about that you're not supposed to complain about, and I said this morning, is that her 8:30s, if she had to cancel class, she won't cancel until 8:15, which by then you're already on campus and you're already up and moving, which is not ideal.
That's not ideal at all.
But it is nice, because then you can just, like, rot until your next class.
Oh, perfect.
And then, did you ever have Natasha Peterson?
No, I didn't.
I had her for, yeah, I had her for something.
Oh, good.
I actually met Rachel Dolak in that class.
Oh, we love Rachel Dolak.
Yes, we sat right next to each other.
The Rachels next to each other.
Peterson was great. She took rewrites too, I believe. Actually, I'm pretty sure everyone in journalism takes rewrites. I don't think I've met someone who hasn't. Oh, you have?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, so if you're a writer, just fix what they say.
Yes.
And this goes for everyone. Froonjian, Graber, Peterson, D'Amico. Yeah. Any final comments?
No, I think we touched on it all well. I wasn't sure we were gonna be able to fit 6 professors into a podcast, but I think we did it well. And thank you all for listening to Rate My Professor. I'm Matt Kavala.
And I'm Rachel Zmansky.
We'll see you back here next time.
Thanks.